My name is Ian Walsh. This is the Moment Money Matters, Hard Money Bankers. Joined day 3 with Joe Evangelisti. Thank you, Joe, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
As I usually like to state in some of these shows, Joe and I have not been wearing the same clothes for 3 days. This is going to take us a total of an hour for 3 days worth of work. Maybe Joe, I don't know. Yeah. But so leveraging time, right? 3 days worth or 4 days worth of work in 20 minutes or an hour. So guys, we were talking about building businesses. Joe runs really successful businesses in South Jersey. He helps really do a great job of mentoring people. Just the people I know in our market space that have flourished in their business. I mean, to another level. Some of the top players in the market have come from, have somehow been in touch with you. Specifically, you've been the common denominator with them. So you had mentioned in a prior video, which I think would be interesting for people to know, that when you're looking at a business, especially from an entrepreneur standpoint, you say they're running around like maniacs, doing everything. You're not running, the business is running you. You're not really running your business at that point. You sit them down and you say, hey, I want to isolate a few territories or a few areas of your business. What are like some common ones? Because businesses are all fairly similar at similar different phases. What are some common traits that you say, hey, these are 3 high level activities you need to focus on now if you want your business to go to the next area?
Oh, that's an interesting question. You kind of caught me blindsided there. So for individual entrepreneurs, I wouldn't say that there's 3 specific things that they do that are all specific traits that anyone else is. They're not all putting out the same type of fires. But there are 3 things that I kind of took note on that I think are good things that for business leaders to really start to look at for their business in order to see that next level of success. So that's kind of the thing I took my notes on, actually. I don't think that there's actually 3 common mistakes, let's say, that entrepreneurs are doing that all entrepreneurs do. You're putting out this different fires than the next guy that I am, that the other CEO's doing. Like, we're all putting out our own things. That really needs to be diagnosed on an individual level, Ian, I truthfully. So that's a tough one.
Understood.
I wouldn't say there's yeah, does that make sense?
It does. Yeah, I think it's important to notice too. There's not a one size fits all, which is probably a good reason that somebody should call you and talk to you rather than give you a general answer.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a tough one. I mean, because we see, like I'll give you a good example. I think if you're not working within your unique ability, I don't care what else you're doing, it's probably wrong.
Oh, I like
right.
That.
Yeah. So like, I hate to oversimplify that, but I think what happens is when we have visionaries that are coming to us and saying, Joe, here's what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm running around in circles or I'm chasing my tail and I can never get anything accomplished. Most of the time, it's because they're not working in their unique ability. So, if they're doing anything else besides their unique ability, they need to elevate and delegate that stuff away so they can be focused on their unique ability, and they can be focused on growing their business and starting to look at that 30,000-foot view of how they can, manipulate the chess pieces and start to grow from that piece, right? So anytime you're not in UA, I think that you're really disjointed and you're going to have those challenges.
I like that. So UA being unique ability, that's a concept you could easily glaze over in this video, but you should not, because what you're saying, and I understand it very clearly. And sometimes you don't know when you're operating in your strengths, your weaknesses, and you guy like you can help you see that. But like, if you're not doing what you are specifically designed to do, then you're doing the task at a lesser degree, basically, and you're probably hindering what you are designed to do, right? That's your skill set.
100%.
Yeah. I really think now, actually, as you say that, I was actually thinking in my head, I'm like, do I on a day-to-day basis make sure I'm operating in my own strengths? Because it's like you said, you have the right people around you that can handle the things that they're good at, right? Because you're really finding their unique abilities to be strong at that you're not good at, and then you can create that same kind of talent that you have in that unique ability, therefore your leverage and the talent pool we were talking about. So
100%.
I actually, after this video, I'm legitimately going to go back and make sure that I'm not doing anything on a daily basis. That's not
100%. Yeah. It would be like I asked you to go design a logo, right? And you've never designed a logo before, and you opened up Microsoft Publisher, and you're like, I'm going to start from scratch. It might take you 3 days to design a logo, where I have my guy downstairs can do it in 15 minutes. It doesn't make any sense for us to work outside of our unique abilities. It might be it might be your gift to design logos. Maybe that's what you should be doing, but the challenge is that we have to find our place, and we have to find our zone, and we have to stay in our zone as much as humanly possible, because we only have 24 hours a day.
I love it, man. I really like that. So, Joe, how do I find you? I want to come to your retreat next week. How do I do it? How do I get a hold of Joe?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're interested, the best way to do it is a one-on-one chat. You want to find me on Facebook. Facebook handle is J Evangelisti. It's JEVANGELISTI. You can send me a message right on Facebook, or you can send me an email, joe@theflipking.com.
Perfect. And as you guys know, Ian at hardmoneybankers.com. You guys are probably watching on Facebook, so we'll do the big interview tomorrow.